this one basic thing to understand, it's actually structure. When you come into the chart, this is going to change the way that you look at the market going forward. First, you want to identify your trend, and looking at this piece of price action here, what you want to see is that generally, you're going to the downside. So you know the price is going to the downside. Now, all you want to also realize or figure out is, where are you sitting in the market? Now, coming to the daily time frame, I see that we are sitting in this minor demand level right here. I'll call it a weak demand level. That's because just right beneath it, we still have other levels right here. We have other areas right here. So we know that this is, I consider, a weak demand level, but we are actually tapping off something right here. So this is what I see coming to my 4-hour time frame. What I like to figure out is, how was price coming down into that structure area. Now, taking this off and looking at structure, we can say that we had this high that made this low. We had this lower high here, it made a lower low. We had a lower high that made a lower low. We had a lower high here that made all of this lower low, and I consider all of this as one push. And the reason why I consider that as one push is, just after we broke this structure point right here, just after we broke this structure point right here, price really did not give any retracement into structure here. So we just had all of this one push to the downside. So looking at my immediate structure, I can consider all of this as my point of interest. Now, that's what I see. So if I want to mark out my supply levels, I can consider this area here as a supply level, just to see what happens when price comes to those places. Do I have other supply levels? Yes, I do. And other supply levels I have is, this will be my strong supply level, and then all these other levels right here, I'll consider all as a weak supply. Remember, this was where we had a break of structure to the left, and price really did not give us any sort of retracement into this area. So I have this area. I don't want to mark out so many points of interest, but at least I can mark out 2 points of interest. I don't want to have points of interest at any or every level. That will be a little bit of complex, but I just like to mark out relevant areas. Now, in terms of substructure, this is my M15 time frame. Now I can see substructure. We had this lower high that made this lower low. We had this lower high here, went ahead to make this lower low, and now we have an internal break of structure. So this could be a catalyst for a reversal into this level. So for every bullishness, so at this point right here, we don't know if this is a break of structure or a run on liquidity. But when we have this break of structure, what we'll be looking at also is to mark out our relevant demand levels, which is this, and then these extreme levels right here. So these are two areas, and that is because we had these two pushes just to break structure. We had a push to the upside here, we had a retracement, and then another push. So this level and this level, this extreme, will be my demand levels. So we see how price came into this level and then gave all of this move to the upside. So this could be the beginning of a complex retracement to these levels right here. So this could be the beginning of a complex retracement to this level or this level for a continuation to the downside.